Mehta, and I'm running to represent District 10 in the Ohio House of Representatives in 2018. This district means so much to me. I was born here, I live here, and I work here. This districts in the state. As your state representative, I will fight tirelessly. Our name
I don't believe this.
40 years ago, my parents immigrated to this country.
I don't believe this. This is the one I use for
Checking their updates.
checking everything. Great.
Oh, excuse me. Need some liquor. How long in the break, Queen?
We can focus on the Redskin thing next, because we're
Redskin?
talking,
Oh, yeah.
and that and the Browns, about the draft and everything.
Did you discuss the Caps as much as you wanted to?
We can get back to, we got Rachel, we got to get her thoughts, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll wait.
Oh,
So
of
you want to
course.
do the Redskins. A whole lot of details. I just know that they said back in, was it 2003 or 2005?
I thought it was in 2013.
I thought it went
We'll just
back
say
further.
back a time. Things were different.
It would be. Well, it's a bad situation and top with season ticket holders and other people.
Oh, I got it back up. No, what's next? Yeah, the question. Comment, a thought, anything.
It would be an honor for her to serve. Therefore, she is asking for your vote on me, but you vote for now. Reverend Dr. had spoke about the things that matter. Vote. It's time to part of the problem or part of the as the committee person in Ward 3A.
Tuesday's close.
It is. It's early this weekend. The polls are open downtown.
30th in Euclid. Now you can't miss it. It is across from W. If you miss that, then that's your stupidity.
Nobody.
I've been to lazy too.
Yes.
It really is. Now we talk watching. I already know that New Orleans cheerleader talked about that and had a whole load they really are staying in. They are drivers. You know what? We're not Cleveland Browns are smart way.
What's that?
They have cheerleaders, not half squad.
I'm not going to put things. I think people need
Two
know how to
teams,
respond.
the two high school and college cheerleaders for their team. That means men and, but the majority of the teams use all women. And in Washington, the stories that individuals mentioned in the their calendar shoot, some were asked to pose topless.
I heard they were supposed topless in calendar photography session, and these individuals, the men or businessmen attending, and the girl said that they felt, some of them, that they were forced into do it. The regular said that no life of your position.
Actually, it's mandatory if you want to keep the job. That's how would you say no? Right.
The other thing is, it seems like this is something that was popped. Once we're going to have an event. Did you do this?
No, I did. You
It's
want to
a-
do? You want to do that one because
I
it is a.
yeah,
It's a radio.
voiceitradio.com event.
Right.
That's my mama. We got a Mother's Day thing going on May 13th.
Yeah.
3 p.m. to 8 p.m. second floor of this building. It's $40 a ticket. Me and my mama will decline. Sleepy. Sleepy George.
Here's start that over. Oh, Larry H. Gardner says hi. Hello, Mr. Gardner. Teresa, hi.
Well, hello.
My friend Teresa and my wife. My wife says hi to you there, Rachel.
I'll say hello.
Yeah, Miss Rachel says hi. And we got everybody here. Right.
Are we back? How much time? 2 minutes?
There. And spill it this guy. No more rain. Don't bring any more rain. Mm.
That's good.
Oh, connected again. Yay. Salvation. Salvation. I'm connected. I'm connected. I'm connected. But since Miss Rachel just rolled in, we're going to get her thoughts about the Cavs.
Absolutely.
She looks so intense there, just
She
like
is
LBJ
intense.
last night.
She is intense.
Take my uniform here off.
George, let me take my clothes off in front of me.
Nah, see, I got my shirt.
Okay. Whew.
97.
All right.
It's been over 20 years.
I'm relieved.
Uh-huh.
You know what? That time went fast, 'cause I remember 97.
No, I do too. I went to game 4. No, I literally went to game 4.
That's when I shot my first video in Skyfire. My first and only video in Skyfire. Beechwood High School did a human sign, go track, to congratulate.
Welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. If you have a question, a comment, a thought, anything on your mind, give us a call, 216-694-8910. To my right, and looks great in green and pink.
Don't say it like that now. Don't say it like that.
Yeah, but flowers are blue.
In a rose flower print.
Yeah,
Yes,
I am
rose
not
fla-
wearing pink and green.
On
Pink and
a
green.
emerald
Yes.
green background.
Okay, well, I'm
Thank you.
corrected.
It's a
Let me know
bevy
if
of
it's still the
flowers
first
in the
lady
flower
of
bed.
it's still the first lady of sports to my right,
Thank
Miss
you.
Rachel Hill.
Thank you. I just feel a certain way about pink and green. Sorry.
Yeah, but when a flower grows, the green leaves come up first, then the flower. And to my immediate left is a blooming flower where the rain has disappeared. The vivacious Miss Sandy Scott.
Well, thank you, George.
Right.
I am a blooming flower.
Better than a blooming onion.
Those taste pretty good.
I
Right,
bet they-
right place, right dose.
So, Sandy,
Oh.
what's on your mind there?
Oh, yes, this is what's on my mind. We have That's My Mama, Kim Sellers' Mother's Day celebration, sponsored by voiceitradio.com and The Healthy Kitchen, Sunday, May 13th, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Special musical performance by the incredible songstress Danielle Siobhan Clark, hosted by Kim Sellers, Laura Cowan, Michelle Mathis, Kenya Brown, Vanity Star, Hamida Rahman Woods, and Zolma Zabala. Tickets are $40, includes live entertainment, dancing, buffet, that includes steak, seafood, vegetarian, and vegan options, door prizes, and more. Tickets may be purchased at eventbrite.com. The location is the Healthy Kitchen at Chandler Park, 17325 Euclid Avenue, 2nd floor. That is the building of voiceitradio.com. And for more information, call voiceitradio.com at 216-694-8894, extension 4. Again, that number is for the That's My Mama, Kim Sellers Mother's Day celebration, 216-694-8899, extension 4.
Right. Let's roll back because we were talking Cavs earlier, games
I'm
1
sorry.
and 2. I'm going to ask the same question I asked Sandy. In game 1, the Cavs win or did Toronto do the choke job?
The Cavs won. I mean, it's kind of crazy, though, that they've never led the whole time. And even when Toronto got out to that huge lead in the second quarter, like, steadily they chipped away. I was actually working on something Tuesday night, so, I kept glancing up, so I wasn't able to give my full attention to it because I had to have that done by a certain time. But, they steadily ebbed and chipped away at that deficit. And then you like, oh, holy crap, like, they're right there. And then, fortunately for us, it was a couple key misses down the line with Toronto. They missed bunnies. I mean, point blank, you missed layups when you were underneath the basket. Obviously there's no shots. But, hey, we did what we needed to do, and that was still at least one game in Toronto.
So you were guaranteed a split right then and there.
Yeah.
Now, Thursday night, that was a beatdown.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we were on air last night. I do a show on WOBU FM Thursday nights from 6 to 10. Well, no, 6 to 8. And, of course, the game started right at the time Showtime started.
Mm-hmm.
So, we don't have any TVs in studio, but I was, checking the score and stuff like that. And I'm just like, obviously the Cavs were pretty much down the whole time. And then in the second quarter, was they leading going into halftime, I think?
No, they were down.
Okay, so they were down a few.
Down
and then,
2.
I checked and then kept on seeing that it was really close. And then the Cavs are gained the lead. I'm like, oh, okay, telling everybody, And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, whoa, we're up by a lot. And then by the time I got back in my car, the game was pretty much ending. So, they did what they needed to do. They got that split. They got both games. I mean, that takes a lot of pressure off of them. And obviously, I hope it's a sweep so they can get as much rest as possible.
Right.
Because I'm sure somebody created a meme that just had LeBron say, I was just playing with y'all about being tired.
No, he was.
You
He
know.
wasn't playing.
Yeah, I know, right?
He wasn't playing. He was tired, and I was tired too.
Right, but nobody expected him to go out and play the way they played in game 2. Well, game 1.
Well, yeah.
Coming off that Indiana series.
Yeah,
Like, you figured it was going to be one or two things. Either we got blew out or we were going to beat them.
Right.
And we never led the whole game until overtime.
Right.
Until overtime. In the fourth quarter of game 1, as I talked earlier.
Toronto
They
did
shot
everything
5 of 24 that
Oh,
quarter.
wow.
Valanciunas missed a tip-in.
Mm-hmm.
DeRozan and
Was it
Lowry, let me get them too. They were missing bunnies, as Rach mentioned.
And then they started choking,
it was a choke job. It was an actual choke job. Now, game 2 was a beatdown. It was an actual, it was close. Toronto made their run early. They were, as I mentioned, they were doing well.
Yeah,
but in the third quarter, it was just a LeBron left, but let's not forget Kevin Love. Kevin Love had a game.
No, I want to talk about Kevin Love. I want to talk about Kevin Love. Now, there was some controversy that after the first game was over, Kevin Love was charged with a flagrant foul 1.
Okay, because of the fact, and I'm going to point this, the elbow.
Right.
He elbowed. That changed it from a common to, it should have been a F1.
Right. I understand that.
Okay, go for it.
But what was actually happening during that play is that Kevin Love went up for a rebound. He had the ball, and there were two Raptors all over him. So he's doing like this. He didn't elbow him.
No, I see what, holding the possession.
Like
and you saw LBJ going like this for a timeout.
Yeah,
they thought
so here's the thing. He did elbow DeRozan in the face.
Right.
But he wasn't trying to do that. He was just trying to keep them off because he wanted the ball.
Right.
Now, the thing is, Kevin Love is probably one of the most passive players in the NBA. So to charge him with a flagrant foul 1, I'm like, what? That's crazy. But because they did it after the game and not during the game, there were no shots involved, which could have had us lose that game if they had called it. But it was crazy. But I think that fired Kevin Love up. Because he was playing like a man possessed in game 2.
Well,
he ended up with, 27, 28 points?
Love went, I do believe, for over 30, 34, I do believe.
I know that LeBron had 40-something, and together they had like 74, I believe. It was crazy.
I'll get the box score of this. Let's see if we can get it.
Yeah, but it was really crazy. So I think that spurred Kevin Love on,
Here. LeBron in game 2 had 43. J.R. Smith had 15. Love had 31 in 35 minutes, 11 rebounds, 2 assists.
Exactly.
George Hill went for 13. Jeff Green went for 14. Korver didn't exactly have his game. He went for 5, but in game 1 he was a monster. Thompson only had 2. Clarkson had 5. Rodney Hood, Larry Nance Jr., and C.D. Osmond played in garbage time and didn't score.
Yeah, but basically we had 4 Cavaliers in game 2 in double.
And here's the thing. The Cavs went 26 in the first, 35 in the second. They were actually down 63-61, and then just went on a shooting rampage, scoring 67 in the second half. And their defense has been outstanding. They only gave up 47 points in the second half for that 128-110 win, okay? That's the thing. Now, your thoughts, since we did talk about it, the Washington cheerleader story.
Honestly, you guys, things have been a little crazy for me, so I really don't know much about this situation. So can you fill me in on it?
Yeah, actually, there's a little bitty blurb in it in the Cleveland Plain Letter, but what the gist of it is that the Washington Redskins cheerleaders were scheduled, they went to Costa Rica to do a photo shoot. And the photo shoot was a topless, well, part of it was a topless photo shoot. But sponsors of the team were invited to attend this topless in part photo shoot. And then after that, the girls were asked, some of them, to escort the sponsors at a club. And this happened in 2013. And the girls were saying that, a lot of them didn't want to do it, but they felt that they had to do it. And now that we're in the era of hashtag Me Too, these kind of things are really, really dangerous. So they're trying to decide how they're going to handle it. But the squad leader, I don't know what you would call her, said that it absolutely is not true.
Advisors,
Advisors, that it was voluntary and blah, 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 blah. But it all sounds kind of whatever. I'm sure it wasn't presented to them as, okay, we're going to Costa Rica for a calendar photo shoot. Yay! And we're going to have a lot of fun. And we're going to have men that you don't know there. And they're going to be ogling while you're doing this photo shoot. And then you can get to go out with them if you want to. I'm sure it wasn't like that. I'm sure they just said, hey, girls, we're doing a calendar photo shoot in Costa Rica. And they're like, yay! And I'm sure that once they got there, then they kind of unloaded the extras. Because if you have pre-knowledge of a heinous situation, I would think, and some women may have wanted to do it. I don't know their minds, but I think you would probably try to avoid it. you don't want to lose a trip to Costa Rica, but I bet you the extras was unloaded on them after they got there. I bet
Nothing
you.
would
I
surprise
bet
me.
you.
Absolutely, they don't make a ton of money.
Yeah,
Like this
right.
isn't full time
No,
for them. You
no,
know,
it's not.
Think
like,
about this. Matty Ice just got, as I talked earlier, Matty Ice got he's going to make $30 million. He's guaranteed $100 million to throw football.
Mhm.
The NFL is a majority of men coaches, men GMs, men players. Then why are women denigrated and treated as second-class
Well,
citizens?
because some men think that that's what women are still in this day and age. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just like women's sports still aren't put on the same level in a lot of instances as women's.
Absolutely.
But, you know, here's the article for you again, Richard, just to give you. The Washington Redskins say they're concerned by allegations made by cheerleaders in a New York Times article about a trip to Costa Rica for a photo shoot in 2013. Team president Bruce Allen said in a statement Thursday the organization is looking into the situation. Allen says if the investigation shows any employees acted inappropriately, quote, those employees will face significant repercussions, end quote. The New York Times reported that cheerleaders had their passports collected, were forced to be topless for a calendar photo shoot that included male spectators, and were asked to be escorts for sponsors at a nightclub. The story was published Wednesday in the New York Times. Okay.
And with that, we are going to take another short little break here, listening to the Cleveland Talks Sports Roundtable on voiceitradio.com.
I don't know why they're trying to act like that didn't happen.
Because
2013.
the Washington, and the Washington Redskins with Dan Snyder,
Of course, they already know that.
James Dolan's cousin, in sarcasm, okay? But he is the owner of owners that has really, since it's been 20 years since he's purchased a team, and he's really, I mean, he makes Jimmy Haslam look like an angel. I am not kidding with the antics he's done and the things he's pulled. All right. Bruce Allen's the president. His father was George Allen, the coach. Took the Over the Hill gang to the Super Bowl. Every time I'd be like, Bruce, what would your father do? It's time in 2018 for this NFL cheerleader thing. The NFL needs to take this. If you got to appoint 3 women to, hey, this is a central, this is where everything goes. If there's a complaint, okay, boom, get some find out what's going on, and treat women that are cheerleaders as such. If you're going to treat football players where they get $7-8 million, $10 million to block somebody, and $30 million to throw a football, you can pay them and compensate them. Okay, not I've heard where some cheerleaders have made in upwards, maybe $150, $200 a game. Come on. While a movie star of a male gets $1 million for reshoots, and then the woman gets what?
$100. She's going
$100.
And the only reason he donated that money is because it was such a stink about it.
It is a
He
stink.
wasn't going to originally do that. Come on now, who going to donate $1 million?
Well, Wahlberg stepped up to the plate.
Right.
Because that public pressure.
Yeah.
He would have looked really bad had he not did.
There's another case of that came out. The series The Queen, the actor who was playing the prince was getting paid more than the woman who's playing the queen. And it's called The Crown, and it's about her. It's like, what? And I forget the actress' name in question, but the series is a big hit. I think she got nominated for People's Choice Awards and for Golden Globes and for Emmys. And she was getting paid $14,000 less an episode than the guy. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, remember when I did that?
Yeah.
It's very easy to do.
It's very
Because
easy.
you don't realize
That
that.
whole thing is just weird anyway.
And it hurts.
I'm all right. I'm
Okay,
fine.
okay.
I am fine. Just getting everything organized. Organized. Ha 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 ha. Ah, we got a story about Kevin Love here. Of how Ty Lue went out starring him at center. I'll read that when we come back after the announcement. There we got one. You need to borrow a phone, Sandy?
Well, yeah, but I still want to know anyway, because sometimes when they say they're interested in marketing mobile apps, they say call 694-8869 or some number like that. And I'm wondering, where does that go? You know what I'm saying? I just know that it's not answered very much.
It kind of goes straight to arrow talking, like this one doesn't go straight to the phone as we missed the call.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm not fussing. Oh my goodness. You're gonna be here tomorrow, right?
I'm gonna call it all, because there's no more experience. And I don't know
Yes,
how-
there is. I'm doing a show tomorrow.
What?
Yes.
Nobody told me anything.
Oh my God.
I wasn't gonna show up.
This is why I said something to you, because I know that the communication here is suspect. There is an experience. Nobody ever said that there was not. We just said Chris was leaving. Chris ain't the beginning of the world, the end of the world, middle world, even though I can't get him out of my world.
Are you
talking
kidding?
to-
He texted
No, I'm
me.
serious.
He texted me during the game
I
last
talked to him
night.
so damn much, and then my car is filled with his shit right now.
Why are you gonna
Just whatever. Because I'm shipping him shit and getting rid of shit for him and delivering it to his friends that he wanted to bequeath whatever little shit he had to. Whatever. This is a long, long, longest goodbye. No, there is a show tomorrow, dear. Oh my God. Woo! Poor thing, she thought she was gonna get some rest. Yeah, me too. I thought I was gonna get some too. Whatever. Hi, George.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna do Pat Brown when you
All
come back.
right, all right, no problem. No problem. I got a story about Kevin Love because there was a thing about he wanted us to play the 4. Lou played the 5 with him last night. And, no, this ain't
Like, I
bad.
don't give a damn what you
McMahon,
wanna play.
well,
You
no,
wanna
no.
play what I play.
Kevin Love is all over the paper. Look at my baby.
Oh,
Woo!
Thank God he finally had a good game and get that confidence up, you know.
K-Love.
well, welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable. I have Miss Sandy Scott on my immediate left, the First Lady of Sports on my immediate right,
What's
Miss
up?
Rachel Hill.
I'm in the building today.
And if you have a question, a comment, a thought, anything on your mind you want to discuss with us, the roundtable, give us a call, 216-694-8910. Again, 216-694-8910.
Patrice Brown wants to be your next state representative of Ohio District 12. Patrice Brown is an innovator. Patrice Brown is committed. Patrice Brown is tenacious. Patrice Brown is the only candidate in the representative race with opiate policy writing experience in an effort to tackle the national epidemic. She is also the only candidate that worked to address infant mortality, which is at an alarming high in the Southeast region. Patrice Brown is more than ready to serve you because she has already been serving you. So on May 8th, Patrice Brown is your next Ohio State Representative, District 12.
All right, I just want to read something real quickly that came this morning by Dave McMenamin, ESPN, about the Cavs with Love. Kevin Love breaks through in the win last night, admits disagreeing with Ty Lue. Real quick here. Cleveland Cavaliers coach Tyronn Lue won out in a battle of wills between him and Kevin Love over which position the big man would play in the Eastern Conference semifinal. Yesterday. Between us, mutual respect. Love, who had lobbied to return to power forward, said of his relationship with Lou after falling points short of his high in scoring. He's helped me so much as I sit here with Cleveland in the past 4 years. But sometimes you're going to butt heads. And I mean my entire life and my entire pro career. And it's going to be my 10th year. I spent a majority of the time at the 4 position and the power forward position. But he sees something out there in the 5 spot, and I guess especially on the offensive end, when I have my game going, he wants me to take full advantage of that. And he got going early, which I know right now is going to be the Cavs mantra Saturday and hopefully Monday
Absolutely.
to get that rest, okay?
Mhm.
Real quick there, all right? Let's try to put a wrap here on the Browns. Let's try to put a wrap on the Browns, okay? As I admitted,
As
when
in
Baker...
a purifying, getting rid of the toxins wrap? Or is
No,
it
just
mummy
a
wrap?
draft, yeah. So this draft
Draft
here.
wrap, okay.
Yeah. All right. I went Saquon Barkley, Nick, Bradley Chubb, 1-4. That's what I went with. They drafted Baker Mayfield. Obviously, the club was sold on Baker Mayfield. Everyone thinks he's going to be a Johnny Manziel 2.0. Fans seem apprehension. Are we going to get the same thing? But here's the thing. He did a Joe Thomas. He wasn't at the draft that night. He was home having a party. He was nice. So Baker was at home. Just he pulled the Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas didn't show up for the draft when he was drafted by the Browns. He was fishing. He was fishing. He was fishing.
Because Baker was partying.
I was on the air during the draft again, so I missed the draft.
Smart, but here's the thing. They did get their running back, okay? If you ever get a chance, take a look at the tape on Nick Chubb.
Okay.
He played in the SECs, competitive with Georgia. Sonny Michael was his running mate there, and he can run between the tackles. He can also catch the ball out of the backfield. So, in an instance and in a way, yeah, we missed out on Saquon Barkley, but I think we got a steal with Nick Chubb in the second round. All right, now we got a wide receiver. That may be another Josh Gordon, unless Josh Gordon and the wide receivers coach gets him straight because of the fact he didn't pass a drug test at the combine.
Who didn't pass the drug test at the combine?
Antonio Callaway was a diluted sample, and in the NFL, a diluted sample is basically a failed test. That's the approach they take. As I mentioned now for the third time, Matty Ice, for now, is the highest paid quarterback.
Okay.
He will make up $30 million this year. $100 million is guaranteed. Next in line, of course, is discount double check. Aaron Rodgers will become the highest paid quarterback. Now, there's a proposal floating out there this morning. Okay. And this is just a proposal that the NFL be allowed, if you want to sign that superstar player, that quarterback, to the big contract, it'd be like a bird rights. It wouldn't really go against your salary cap. But considering the NFL has a hard salary cap, it's going to be a tough sell. And the salary cap is not like it was 5 years ago. It's over $170 million. So you can field a team. Right. But it seems like there's going to be fallout because the experienced linemen, defense, offense, maybe even linebackers, they're not getting that upper echelon money. They're only focusing in on, okay, I can throw a ball. Let me make $30 million.
On the offensive players?
Yeah, and the rookie contracts, okay, you get the player for 4 years with that team option for a fifth. Guys, remember when we traded Danny Shelton to New England? His fifth-year option was not renewed by the Patriots. He becomes a free agent after this upcoming season. So.
No, how long has he been gone? 2 seasons?
No, he just got traded. He was in the fourth-year rookie contract.
Okay.
Yeah. The fifth year was not renewed by New England this year, a few weeks ago. Okay. Still draft, and thus he'll become a free agent. So with that, Jason Witten retired this week. He's going to be in the booth at Monday Night Football. First ballot Hall of Famer, do you think?
Who?
Jason Witten, Dallas Cowboy tight end.
Yeah, he played, 15 years in the league with the same team the whole time?
Yeah, that's a rarity. That is a rarity, playing 15 years with the same team. It really is nowadays, because you move around.
Yep.
You do move around with that. One last thing. Ryan Shazier this year, okay? He is not going to play. But what the Steelers did is a class move. He was going to get paid $8.9 million, right? The Steelers turned that $8.9 million into a signing bonus. So he got paid even though he's not going to play because of the fact of, okay? So they made a just move and a right move. The Ohio State University linebacker and Pittsburgh Steeler. And with that, we're going to take another short little break. You're listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. Okay, the arrival Simmons. Here we go. That's the read. Okay, this came up earlier. All right. Hey, Andy.
Thank
We
you.
got another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
I know. How many more we got? One,
Quite a
two,
few.
no, 3, and 4. Got 4. That's not bad. We're doing fine. They pace them out. I read them all. I got them all. I think we've added one since
We have added a few. I was at Silver Beach show Wednesday night by accident, but once you know I was in the studio. So they were doing Errol, and he was like, read all these things, and he hadn't read any of them, so they had to read them all in the show, which is kind of deadly. So that everybody kept throwing this one around. Nobody wanted to read it, and so they made me read it. But being the consummate journalist that I am, hey, if they paid to have an advertisement on the air, no matter what the product
I
is,
got
I'll
them.
read it.
I got them all. I don't know how I did it in an
so
hour, but I got them all.
It was so funny because Silver B had a person. He said, "Oh no, you read this. You read this." And it came back to me. And I said, "I know what you're doing, but it's okay."
Oh Lord!
There were a lot of Kusina supporters at the thing. This Thursday have his announcement read. We would like to sometimes pretend that we are objective. Unapologetically.
Thank you. Now you brought the sunshine. All right.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's all right. Oh, look at him. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he got stuff.
Look at everything.
Hey, do you have?
Did this just break? What time did this happen? Oh, this just happened.
Dad. Oh, look. Home, I heard.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to read this Mariano Rivera thing. Failed USFL owner made his nominations to the Presidential Sports Council. I'll read that second. I think we got something breaking here. Jeez. Gee, that's not a good day here. He's talking about the Washington cheerleaders. And now Carolina defensive back coach resigned. I think he was more likely fired. Yep. Hey Tracy, how you doing? Glad to see you. Somebody at the neighborhood news, Tracy, needs to post everybody that got elected to Garfield Heights Athletic Hall of Fame. Because I think they dropped the ball on that story. So everything was done in secret. So the next day I'm about to kill my classmate when I see him. I'm not kidding. You guys didn't hear about that, did you?
What?
Okay, there's an athletic hall of fame in Garfield, okay?
That I knew. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they did everything in such secrecy this
Mhm.
year. I don't know how they did it, but at the last second,
Mhm.
the next day actually,
Mhm.
they named who got in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Hall of Famers. Ironically, I happen to know one of them.
Mhm.
I went to school with her, and I know her mom and dad real well.
Mhm.
But why all the secrecy?
Mhm.
And the neighborhood news for 2 weeks now has dropped the ball.
Mhm.
They didn't even
They haven't
mention
finished the story?
No story, no nothing. It's like, okay, it's like they're non-existent now? Because I nominated a friend of mine,
Mhm.
and I haven't heard anything positive, and I was nominated, and I haven't heard anything positive.
The time?
Oh, man. Let me get up on this. Okay, wait.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll read, got the announcement. Yeah,
Oh.
let's make sure we get Bill O'Neill. Okay. Yeah, Rick Okasik and his wife Paulina Porskova broke up. After 28 years of marriage, I don't need to be cursed. Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable on voiceitradio.com. Again, you have a question, a comment, a thought, anything in the world of sports, give us a call, 216-694-8910. Again, 216-694-8910. To the right of me, the First Lady of Sports, Miss Rachel Hill.
Hello, everybody.
And to the left of me, the vivacious one, Miss Sandy Scott.
All right. And on May 8th, vote Bill O'Neill for governor of Ohio and Chantel Lewis for lieutenant governor. O'Neill and Lewis will push for the marijuana in Ohio. O'Neill and Lewis will fight to release nonviolent marijuana prisoners. O'Neill and Lewis believe in treating addiction as a disease and not a crime. And O'Neill and Lewis and an O'Neill-Lewis victory will also mean the first African-American Democrat to be elected to a state office in the 215-year history of the state of Ohio. Please vote Bill O'Neill, Chantel for governor, and lieutenant governor on May 8th. Message paid for by Bill O'Neill for governor.
All right, awesome. Breaking, guys, this just happened today, and tomorrow, ironically, is not only Cinco de Mayo, but it's also the Kentucky Derby, and all those in pretty and fancy dresses and their
And hats.
and
Can't
mint
forget the
juleps,
hats.
and mint juleps, the running of the run for the roses. But unfortunately, a bus transporting fans to the Derby involved in a crash. One has been confirmed dead. One person was confirmed dead this morning when bus carrying passengers bound for Churchill Downs struck a pedestrian in Louisville, Kentucky. According to the New York Daily News, Megan Cirillo, the bus, which was headed for the site of Saturday's Kentucky Derby, was involved in a 5-vehicle collision and hit a man in his mid to late 60s who was standing in the parking lot at 7th and Arcade Street. Citing Lieutenant Colonel Josh Myers of the Shively Police Department, WAVE Channel 3 Charles Gasway reported a Miller transportation bus swerved to avoid a vehicle heading in the opposite direction, hit a pedestrian who died on the scene. According to Gasway, There were no injuries reported among the passengers on the bus. Okay, that just broke. And this morning, our failed USFL owner, also known as our president, nominated former closer Mariano Rivera and Coach Bill Belichick for the President's Sports Council. Yeah, that's still around, folks. Let me read this real quick. New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick and former New York Yankees closer Mariano Rivera are among the people nominated by failed president and failed USFL owner, President Donald Trump, for the Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition. Okay. Along with Rivera, former NFL running back Herschel Walker and University of Georgia, and three-time beach volleyball gold medalist Misty May Traynor were tabbed to co-chair the council in an announcement released today. Other council member nominees are former Boston Red Sox and Yankees outfielder Johnny Damon, golfer Natalie Gulbis, Kyle Snyder, an Olympic gold medalist in freestyle wrestling. I think Kyle Snyder went to the Ohio State University, and silver I think Kyle Snyder went to the Ohio State University.
Kyle Snyder.
I do believe.
We can Google. Google.
Yeah, and silver medal winning bobsledder Shauna Robach. The President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition encourages Americans.
Sure did. Oh, that's right. He was national champion, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He beat a wrestler from that team up north, which is even better. Okay, the President's Council on Sports, Fitness, and Nutrition encourages Americans to live a healthier lifestyle that balances physical activity and good nutrition. This was founded in 1956. In a simple statement, Belichick said the council's missions align with both his and his foundation's goals and values. Simple as that. The physical fitness of children in our country is an apolitical issue that is extremely important to our future, he said. When I was contacted by Ivanka Trump and asked to participate, I was humbled to be asked and honored to accept, as I would have done for any administration. I know there are a lot of great leaders that participated on the council and over the past half century, some who are personal inspirations to me, and I'm eager to lend any assistance I can to this ongoing mission. Outside sports actor and bodybuilder Lou Ferrigno, television personality Dr. Oz, and a number of business executives were also selected to be a part of the 23-member council. If approved, the members serve a 2-year term. Okay, very interesting on that front. Take away from all the dirt that's happened to him lately. Okay, happened to him lately. Now let's go through this. Cavs beat Toronto in Game 2 yesterday, 128-110. Toronto did salvage a victory over Cleveland in baseball. They beat now, let me explain, folks. Yesterday's game, everyone was going to have, Game 1 was going to, everyone saw 42. The original Jackie Robinson game was postponed, which was supposed to be April 15th. They played that as Game 1 yesterday.
Okay.
Toronto won that 13-11 in 11 innings. Second game of the doubleheader, back-to-back, Cleveland won 13-4. Tonight in the NBA, we got Golden State, New Orleans, Game 3 in the Big Easy. Starts at 8 o'clock. Houston, Utah tied at 1, 10:30. Both games are on ESPN.
All right.
Let's get to a little bit to the Indians because they play tonight. And ironically, it is Tomlin against CC Sabathia, as I stated. And as I stated, when the weather warms up, they will get to hitting. Look at that yesterday, 13-11. Yeah, it was a loss, 13-11, but in the second game, 13-4.
Right, exactly. The bats were on fire.
The Brads were on fire.
Absolutely.
I do believe Edwin Encarnacion during the Texas series had a 3-home run game.
He did.
Yes.
He did. Edwin Encarnacion, 3 home runs in one game, and that's not the first time he's done that.
No, it's not.
Do you remember the last time an Indians player hit 3 home runs in one game, George?
I do believe, oh God, it was a while ago. Oh God, 3 home runs. I know Rocky Colavito did it. He hit 4. Oh God, that could have been.
The last time, the most recent time.
Oh, the most recent?
Edwin Encarnacion, because there have been others that did it. Jim Thome did it once, but I'm not talking about that one. That was too long ago. The most recent time that another Indians player hit 3 home runs in one game.
Yes, which Indians player hit home runs from each side, left-handed and right-handed?
Sounds like
Would
a
that be-
Frankie.
would that
That
be-
sounds
would
like
that
a
be Tommy?
Frankie.
Would that be Jim Tolman?
I know one in particular who did. He was on the 90s Indians.
Well, last time 3 home runs was hit, according to the
Before
Indians,
Edwin Encarnacion.
was Jim Thome.
No,
Jim
On
Thome.
both sides?
No?
Left and right?
It might have been both sides, but that was
Yeah.
that was not the most recent
Oh.
time before Edwin Encarnacion the other day that an Indians player got 3 home runs in one game.
Well, that'd be
It was
from
not.
the right side, or right side.
It don't matter what side, with any arm.
I'm not here. I'm not going to argue the point.
I'm just
I
saying.
know.
Rachel added the switch hitting
Yeah.
thing, and we're not talking about it. We don't
We're
care.
not talking
if they hit
switch
him
hitting.
with their foot
Yeah.
and then went
Yeah.
home.
Well, I know Rocky Colavito. No, Rocky hit 4. I know that. Rocky
Okay.
hit 4. I
But
think it
I
was
said the most recent time another player did it before Edwin Encarnacion.
here. Single game records here. Individual. Okay. Yeah, 4. Yeah, most home runs. I was right. Rocky did it in 1959 against Baltimore.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
You're not listening to
Okay,
me.
well, the only 2
I
players.
said the
well,
most
you tell
recent.
me.
Lonnie Chisenhall.
Lonnie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I said the most recent time it
Recent.
happened before
Yeah.
Edwin. So
Oh,
Yeah,
Lonnie.
yeah.
That game,
Okay.
he played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, one
Yeah.
time, was it one of the playoffs where he hit that home run so deep he went down on one knee?
Yeah.
And that
And-
damn,
yeah.
I was
Mhm.
like, God, dog. I mean, that thing almost went out on the doggone, out of the stadium that day.
Mhm.
Yep.
That was crazy.
It
Okay.
Absolutely was.
1993, it happened. So a Cleveland Indian hit home run, 2 home runs in the game from each side of play. Switch hit.
Oh,
Say
God,
yes.
You got me. You got me.
Hold on,
that
hold on,
one.
hold on.
You got
Switch
me on
hitter.
it. Switch hitter. That sounds like a Kenny Lofton thing, because he switched hits.
No, I thought he was lefty.
I know, he was a lefty. You're right.
I don't call him not really ever switching though.
1993 it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Baerga, I think, was a switch hitter.
So are you saying it was
I
Bayer?
think it was Baerga.
Yeah, it's Carlos Baerga.
There we go. Bam!
He was the first player in Major League history to hit home runs on both sides
of the
of plate.
Bam! You know
Let me see
what?
what game it was against.
In one game or period?
It was one game.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see. It's commercial on right now. Skipping the ad.
Yeah, he wants your
It might have been
money.
against the Yankees.
Of course, the Indians played them tonight. How ironic. And we know what happened last time. Those,
We played the
pinstripes.
Yankees?
Yeah, it was the Yankees.
Yep. And ironically, we play the Yankees tonight, 7:05. Hopefully, Tomlin can get out of this funk of throwing watermelon balls.
Man, listen.
Well, you tell me, First Lady, listen. I mean, he's throwing water. You could throw better than he.
What the hell? I can't throw better.
I
Ain't
know
no-
you can.
It might be a little slow getting there.
That would be a more appropriately addressed to me.
That's fine. Okay. It doesn't. No, he's throwing nothing but watermelon.
I mean, mine's gonna
Medicine
be a
ball.
little slow. It ain't gonna have no movement
Yeah, but
to it.
there is no movement. Corey Kluber's move.
Oh my goodness.
Corey Kluber makes work. Okay, I don't think he's going to pitch this weekend in the series, but Corey Kluber's throwing is moving. He's been pitching excellent since that first game loss. Okay, the ball is moving. All right, but Mike Tomlin, you're either going to here with Mike Tomlin. It's like feast or famine with him. Would you agree with that? It's
Yeah.
either feast or famine.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, that's what it is. All right. There's no, you're either going to get the good or the bad, and right now we're getting the bad Mike Tomlin,
Ooh, man.
and it's pathetic. Now, Trevor Bauer went around, okay, and, no, also known as our friend Drone
Drone
Boy,
Boy.
yeah. He went
Will
around.
he ever live that down?
I don't think he's ever
If
going to
I see
live
Trevor
that.
Bauer, I might punch him in the face. Just fair.
Yeah.
Call him Drone Boy first, then do, okay?
Ain't that bad. I'm not like a violent person,
Oh,
but I
boy.
just like want to punch him, just see what happens. Like, you
Yeah, I
know.
still have images of his fingers.
Security
dripping.
might get you first for that, who knows?
Man, he better not press charges against me. I'm a girl.
Did you see by chance? Wait, since we're on that right now, before I get to the trip, did you see Drake yesterday after the Cavs game?
I
It
did
looked
not.
like he was
I
gonna
did not.
cry.
I did not, but what's funny about it, he was very prominently seen in the
Yeah.
first game. I didn't see him so much in the second game. But then somebody said, well, what was Drake doing in the second half? Somebody said he was on his phone. He was on his phone. See, when the game is intense and the Raptors are winning, he's not on his phone.
No, he was
So
on
he's
his
watching
phone.
the
It
game.
looked like at the end of
Yeah.
the game he was about to
You
shed a
used to call
tear.
me on my cell phone.
Yeah. You know
Late
what?
night when I
Oh
when
God.
you need my love.
We are gonna. You know
That's
what?
Drake.
That. You know what? We are gonna take a short little break here. You are
All right.
listening to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable. Miss Sandy Scott, First Lady of Sports, Miss Rachel Hill, on voiceitradio.com. Boom. Let's see anything else on Bleacher Report.
I cannot enable fucking cookies on here.
Okay. Oh, goody.
Does anybody know anything about cookies or anything on these iPhones or Apple products?
I don't
Oh,
use Apple.
What?
Cell phones or cookies or anything?
What do you mean? No, absolutely not.
What about 'em?
Huh?
What about 'em?
It won't let me, like I'm trying to sign something and it won't let. Like I'm trying to sign this document right here. And then when I try to sign it. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
When did this break? They don't even say the times it's broke.
What's broke?
After the Knicks made their 11th coaching hire in 16 years yesterday.
They're gonna hire the Grizzlies coach?
They hired David Fizdale,
Yeah.
for 11th coach in 16 years. We'll talk about.
That's too
Now
bad.
the Knicks are interested in going after LBJ.
Who, LeBron?
Mm-hmm. Now the Knicks are in play. Everybody's going to be in play.
Everybody wants that LBJ.
Here's the thing.
Mhm. Oh my God, girl.
It's just okay. I gotta talk about. Okay, this.
Wow. Queen, I need to talk to you about something before we leave here. I forgot. We have a
Oh
prayer
yeah, I
here.
was gonna ask you something. How did that show go on Sunday for you?
I'm actually trying to sign a document right now.
Mm.
They're gonna hire me.
Now wait a minute. Are you going to be Mansfield's co-host? Because I've heard that show twice by accident. I just happened to have on the right channel. I've been in the car listening. I'm like, it's Rachel.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I heard that, boy, you were talking a mile a minute. What was the subject? I don't remember.
I was probably cussing somebody out about something.
No, you were not cussing anybody out.
I can't call in and cuss.
Mansfield was there, but you were talking.
Man, okay.
It's not letting her enable the cookie so she can sign it.
Yeah, because it's like an e-sign thing and I don't got no printer.
Do you have? I'm trying to say. You do
My
know a
brother
lot about
Ronnie
that
would
kind of
know
stuff,
about
don't
Apple
you?
Computer.
You do know a lot
Hey
about that
Karen,
kind of
how
stuff,
you
don't you?
doing?
Yeah, the thing is, if the cookie's already enabled,
Hey,
I
Karen.
tried to turn them on.
Hi to Anthony, Eric, and
But if you could
Austin.
print it, that might help you.
Yeah, because I can take a picture of it and just send it to him, but
Okay.
I don't know why I'm doing it.
You can't take a
It's
picture of
crazy.
it on your phone off the screen or something?
I mean, I suppose I could,
Yeah, but that's not gonna help you.
yeah, because it's not letting me sign it,
Yeah.
and that's the
Well, how much
thing.
time we got?
About 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
See if the printer's working
Okay.
okay.
This place, I don't know, I probably should
Man,
get
we
out
got
where I'm
okay,
still young.
good. I'll talk about this because this drives me crazy. Players are like divas.
Now, you're on WOVU, aren't you on another radio station too?
Here, and then TAM.
TAM, that's right. So, where's Mansfield's show? Is that TAM?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Right, and then you do your show on WOVU. When is that on?
Thursdays from 6 to 8.
All right, and what is it called?
CSE 216.
CSC. E.
CSE 216.
And what is
so
that?
The Community Sports Entertainment. So,
Okay.
because you know it's a community
Yeah,
station. So,
yeah. Okay.
If I could get 95.9, I would. I'm on the west side, so
Yeah.
no, I can't get it.
The coverage area is wider than I thought it was, but it's, like, I've listened to it as far east as Lee and Euclid Heights Boulevard, but once you get there, it starts going out. That's
Well,
southeast.
They're supposed to get an antenna up, aren't they? Make that
Well, I
signal
don't think they
stronger?
put it up yet. They have a 120-foot antenna, but they said they're gonna install it in the spring, which is where we are now. But I don't think they've installed it yet. But maybe they have. I don't think they have, though. They're waiting for the weather to break.
Oh, yeah, as long as they don't bring the rain like you did.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, so the printer's
printer?
working.
Oh, thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you so
is that in Errol's office?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go, dear.
Thanks.
That's for you.
All right, open up.
Yeah, I just got something breaking. I gotta start on this, cause
Your kids mean the world to you,
Jesus
so don't let life get in the way of doing your best for them. I'm
Yeah.
Stephanie Scalia.
and then we're gonna, another, jeez. All
Contact
right.
my law firm, Scalia's Legal Services, at 216-780-3413. I've spent the last decade helping families just like yours sort out child support issues, work together to resolve custody disputes, and advocate for the best interests of kids right here in Northeast Ohio.
Oh!
Oh, do you know how to do a Skype interview
Your kids are important to you.
for the show? It will be live on Voice of
The
Radio.
thing is that we don't have it.
8-0-3-4-1-3.
And we have this, but it doesn't work too well and it's nice, so.
Okay, but it's something that I wanted to do, like, so I pretty much write it at the top. So we could still do it, except we would only hear the person,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't be able to see them, or they wouldn't be able to see me. Okay. Which is okay. I talked to Earl about this briefly Wednesday night. It was his idea, and I was thinking, I don't know, maybe it would be a good idea. But he said you knew how to do it. I said, well, what laptop or computer will you use? He said, oh, there's one in there. I'm like, whatever. You know, sometimes Earl just wings stuff in conversation.
Yeah, we do this for another show all the time. It's just one of the things, right?
Okay. Then if I can't see them and they can't see me, then I think they might as well just call it on their phone, shouldn't they? Wouldn't that be easier? Or,
You could, but it's usually just leave the phone line open.
huh?
Leave the phone line. I mean, do you have a Skype account?
No, I personally do not.
Yeah, that would be a problem, because I don't know how they use the voice if you even have one, you know?
They better have a Skype account. How would the CEO suggest something to me for a show Saturday and he don't have a Skype account?
I guess he was thinking about Dave, because that's usually the one we use if it's his show.
He did mention Delgado, but you know, he didn't say. He said we do it all the time and we can do it. That's what he said.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
All this stuff is just stuff that's going on to make me leave. But I will be here tomorrow. And allegedly for the Saturdays through May, for right now.
So yeah, we can do it, but we would need an account.
Hmm.
And I don't know if we have one of our own. I think we do, but nobody knows how to get into it.
Oh my God, I will drink before I come in tomorrow. Okay, we're back. George, you have exquisite taste in music.
I had to do this real quick. I lost my internet yesterday, and I had to do the song list this morning.
Come on, may you come into view.
Welcome back to the Cleveland Talk Sports Roundtable here on voiceitradio.com. If you have a question, a comment, a thought, anything on your mind, got anything to say to our roundtable, give us a call, 216-694-8910. I have my Facebook and YouTube live pages up. Just want to quickly say hi to my wife, Karen, daughters, Rita, get better there, Rita, and Brianna, grandkids, Austin, Anthony, and Eric. And with that, I know you got something to say there, maybe Scott, to my
I
left.
do indeed. On May 8th, vote Ivanka Hall for Ohio State Representative District 12. Vote for experience and not endorsements. Vote for qualifications and not relationship. Vote for trust and not loyalty.